Possum.
Toot toot.
Toot toot, everybody!
Toot,
Bum
toot.
ticka bum ticka bum ticka bum ticka bum ticka bum 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 bum. Big Hal and Possum.
Brave and strong and awesome.
Toot toot, your new bad life is here. Love seeing a new bad life in the chat.
It's Wednesday, you know what's up.
It's Wednesday night, the best night of the week, because it's the night that you spend with your old pals. Big Hal, Dottie.
And a talking possum.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that just the craziest thing you ever saw?
World?
Big old talking possum.
What in the world?
What will those brothers out in Silicon Valley come up with next?
You know? I know that's right.
Is there anything they can't do over there in Silicon Valley?
Yeah, you know what? I was just thinking about this.
What?
There's an app for everything.
Everything.
There really is.
Yeah, there sure is. I can't think of a thing that there's no app for.
There's a slap app.
Oh, what's that?
That's when you want to slap somebody, but they're geographically far away, and you just slap chat them.
You just hit them with the, you tap on an app.
Yeah, and then
I think it's.
they get a notification, they open up their phone, and they get slapped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Slap chats.
It sounds like something out of the Flintstones.
That's funny.
Slapping somebody through the phone.
Yeah.
But now we can do it. Used to be just an idiot boy's dream, and now it's real life.
Life is an idiot boy's dream.
Life nowadays is an idiot boy's dream. That's my friend, the Humble Country Possum, came up with that saying right there. Let's see. Your new bad life says, I feel like I need an app to keep all these damn apps straight. Lord, if that isn't true.
Suey.
That is true.
I know that's right.
Dilius is here, toot toot. Dilius subscribing at tier 1 for the 4th month.
Ooh.
4 months, baby. Third of the year that Dilius has been supporting us here on our show, even though we hit on his wife all the time.
We hit on his wife?
Yeah, even though you and I frequently hit on his wife.
I flirt with his wife?
Yeah, we both, everybody. Come on, Mrs. Dilius is the only person that everybody just constantly flirts with in the chat. It's like, I don't know why. It's like we got free reign to do it. I think it's just because of Dilius's attitude.
I guess.
Comes off that way.
Oh, sweet. Look, I'm good.
Mrs. Dilius is here. Toot toot, Mrs. Dilius. Just happened to be talking about you. How long you been there? Macho Pineapple is here. Dilius29 says, get bent, Howl.
I like that. Get bent, yes. Get old wavy.
What do you like about it?
I just like the picture you all bent up.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of weird and twisted like an old haunted house gate.
Or a pretzel?
Yeah.
You want to see me folded into a pretzel shape?
Dip you into some honey mustard.
I have a feeling Miss Dilius wants to do the same thing, if you know what I'm talking about. Bend me up like pretzel, dip me in some honey mustard. Oh boy!
Oh my God.
Things are heating up here in old mustard chat. Welcome to Mustard Chat.
We're going to be talking hot mustard tonight.
We are going to be talking the best mustards. We're going to be spreading eagle, dipping our special bits into the hottest mustards in town.
I feel this obligation to talk about mustard. I simply mustard.
Toot toot.
Toot toot.
Toot toot. Yeah. All right. Things are heating up.
There's Fuzzball. Toot toot.
Fuzzball 502 is here. Toot toot. Fuzzball 502. Much respect. Dilius says, hey. I don't know. I think he's doing like that Russian dance where they're like, where their arms are up like that. I think that's what Dilius is doing. And he's just writing the hey in the chat.
Or he's in the Lumineers.
Mm-hmm. Miss Dilius says she's been in the chat long enough.
Well.
That or she's just saying long enough.
Yeah, long enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's probably the most innocent one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you wasn't so lusty.
Yeah.
You wouldn't take things to be as lusty.
Maybe if I wasn't so lusty.
Yes.
Huh.
You're too lusty.
I'm not lusty. I'm just having a good time.
You're lusty.
It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun here on Big Howlin' Possum. Rat Brother is here, just stopping by to say that he won't be watching the stream, which we always appreciate that, don't we?
It's not nothing.
We love it when somebody pops in and says, hey, can't watch tonight, but have a wonderful stream. It actually is a very nice sentiment from our old friend Rat Brother. About to play some D&D tonight, so.
Oh.
D&D. We did some D&D a few weeks ago. Remember, we actually traveled into the realm of D&D.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see too good on that one, but we got through it.
You know what? For me, a D&D would be a threesome with Mrs. Dilius and Dilius.
Oh! Oh!
Woo!
Shoo-wee!
That's right.
Here's a picture.
D&D.
He says, some bitch.
All right, so tonight we are premiering a new show.
We are?
We're premiering a new show on our show. I forgot to send you the graphic screen for it.
You didn't send me nothing.
Nope. We got a new show here on Big Howlin' Possum. Mrs. Dilly says playing us both. Playing us both.
I don't know if she knows what a threesome is.
Yeah.
There ain't no playing about it. It's business.
She might think a threesome is like the movie threesome, so she might think it's a movie. Like we're playing Dilius and Mrs. Dilius.
Oh.
I think that's probably what it is.
I see.
And we best leave that innocence lie.
I think
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
I always know.
So, anyway, tonight we have a very special premiere episode. Always the most special episodes are the premieres of a new show called Dr. Possum.
Oh, yes.
Which will eventually one day have like a graphic and a little tune, a little jingle for. But for now, we're just going to jump right into it because we didn't do any production ahead of time.
It's a drama.
It's a drama. It is it's like House.
Yeah.
The show, not the movie.
Right. Or Grey's Anatomy or
Yeah.
Emergency Room.
Grey's Anatomy. Just like that. About old Karen Grey's.
Yeah. And about the anatomy that she deals with at work.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's get into let's find ourselves all of a sudden in the middle of scene 1 of Dr. Possum.
Let's.
Coming to you on the CW.
Right after Sister. Thank you for coming in on time today, Mr. Biggles.
Dr. Possum, what are you doing?
I think you know what I'm doing.
I came in here for I have trouble with my knee. But what are you doing?
Well, I noticed that you had too much soup in your blood. You're getting souped.
I'm getting soup.
Yes, I've put a bowl under your arm here, sir. I intend to get all the soup out of your body.
Okay, well that's good. I have felt a little soupy lately.
I know.
And this will no doubt make me feel stronger and give me more energy to have the soup taken out of my body.
Yes, sir. There's a correct amount of soup to be going through your veins, and you've got too much. It's too chunky.
Now, what clued you off that I had too much soup in my veins?
Well, sir, you smelled like soup inside and out.
Okay.
My receptionist said, Dr. Possum, we've got a very, very strong soup smell coming from the waiting room.
Now, you do know that I work at have you looked at my sheet? I work at a soup factory, so it's possible some of that is this soup that you're smelling.
Oh. Now, you know what? This is blood.
Oh, is it?
This is blood.
Oh.
That's okay. You can have too much blood, too. I'm going to keep this blood in a little jar for you.
Wait, you thought that a bowl of my blood was soup because I smelled like soup from a soup factory?
Yes.
Now, would they not have taught you the difference between blood and soup in the doctor school?
Yes.
In doctrine school?
There are some soups that just mystify the medical community because they resemble blood.
Oh, like
much.
Like tomato soup.
Tomato soup would
Pretty
be
much.
one of them.
Would there be a different one besides tomato soup?
Borscht.
Okay, I can see that. But that's chunky, right?
You're chunky, though, so I thought maybe your blood would be chunky.
Okay, I do not come to the doctor to be called chunky. This is why people don't go to see doctors. It's one, because you make bowls of our blood, and two, because you call us chunky.
Well, here's what I'm going to do, you dumb son bitch. I'm going to put this blood soup in a jar. I'm going to put some saran wrap on it. And when you come losing a bunch of blood and you say, oh my God, I'm dying from lack of blood, you come to see me and we're going to put this blood back in. It's going to be cold, but it'll work.
So like a blood savings account.
Yep. I'm going to keep it.
That's a smart idea. How about I come by once a week, you put a little more blood in the jar. I have a feeling later in life I'm going to lose a lot of blood.
Yeah. You're going to need this jar.
Yeah. I'm planning on overthrowing the soup factory.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get shot a bunch of times when I try to do that because they have towers with guards.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to be a bloodless revolution.
Yeah.
You're going to need some blood.
I want to become the new king of the soup factory.
And I hope and I wish you well.
Yeah. It's run by a warlord. The soup factory I work at.
And as far as your knee goes, yeah, I'm going to need to take that leg. But
Okay.
We'll worry about that another day because this is going to cost you a lot of money to get this blood out.
Okay.
You can't afford that leg.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll wait until after my bloody soup revolution.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll get some riches and treasures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was scene 1 of Dr. Possum.
Nurse, hold him still.
Okay. What's wrong with him,
Well,
Dr. Possum?
he's got a nasty old mouth.
Okay.
And he won't stop yawning.
Yeah. Yeah, he's had his mouth wide open this whole... It's almost like he's in pain when the closer his teeth are together.
I've seen a lot of cases like this before. It's fascinating, really, nurse. What's going on here is he's got this nasty old mouth that smells like a horse.
Yeah, okay.
And he keeps yawning, and he keeps losing friends because of that nasty scent coming from his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to try to shut this mouth forever.
Okay, that's
Okay.
a great idea.
So hold him still. I'm going to go get my sewing kit.
You're going to sew his mouth
Gotta
shut.
sew his mouth shut. I can't stand the smell of this man's mouth.
You're such a judgy doctor, but that's why they gave you a show.
That's right. I'm kind of got a bad attitude, and that's why CBS picked me up.
Yeah, you're an eccentric doctor. You hate the smell of people's mouths.
And scene.
Okay. Now, Dr. Possum.
Yes, sir, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm a sir.
Oh, you're wearing a dress?
I'm not wearing a dress. I'm sitting on a chair that has a blanket on it.
Oh, the blanket. Well, what can I do for you, sir?
You've never been in this room before, apparently.
Well,
So can I ask you, Dr. Possum, what is it that you're doing right now to my chest?
okay, I'll answer this question, but we're gonna need this make this brief because this procedure takes a long time,
Okay.
and you're not the only person out here that matters. You
Okay.
understand?
Yeah, okay. Well, but I mean, you haven't even bothered to learn, like, I don't know, the gender of your patient or anything.
It doesn't matter for this procedure.
Okay, all right.
This is what I'm gonna do. You see that stuff attached to your chest?
Yeah,
It's a little circus tent, isn't it?
okay, yeah.
We're gonna throw a circus in your body.
You're going to throw a circus inside my body.
I'm gonna sell tickets. I've got little tiny performers and clowns and jugglers, and they're gonna perform in your body because you're depressed. And this is the 1800s, and you need a circus.
Okay. Now it would not. Now you're saying it would not have mattered if I was a woman. That these performers would have no issue getting inside my body, even if I had like a healthy bosom between me and them.
Correct. No, we're gonna saw open that sternum. We're gonna go beneath the bone where your organs are.
Now, will I be anesthetized for that?
Based on the color scheme of this photo, probably not. Probably not.
Oh, what a shame! What a shame that is.
But it's gonna feel good to have that circus coming from inside your body.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna make you feel not so sad. You're gonna be in a great deal of pain,
Yeah.
but you
Okay,
won't
so-
be sad.
So the pain is what. It's not going to be the fun of the circus that's going to change my mood. It's going to be the pain of having, like, elephants walking around inside of me and stuff.
They're tiny elephants, you old
Yeah.
dumb son bitch. Once you hear the
Yeah, circus music.
you're gonna feel like life isn't so bad, even though I'm in a great deal of pain. It's going to change your perspective.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's. I'm looking forward to it then. And people will be able to see the circus that's happening inside of me. Is that correct? Am I understanding that
We'll
correct?
pay for the tickets is going to be per person.
Yeah.
They're going to step up to the other end of that little cylinder, and
I
you're
see.
going to peer in and watch the circus.
But I don't get to watch the circus.
Oh no, not from where you're sitting.
So it's for my depression,
Yeah.
but I have to sit here and feel a great deal of pain while other people stare through this tube and watch a circus inside of me.
You're being selfish.
Okay.
You need to look at the look of joy on their faces.
Now why does the circus enter through my sternum? Because it seems like there's other places. Like the circus could enter me through my mouth. The circus could enter me through my rear end. Why is it entering me through my...
Are you telling me how to put on a circus on another person's body? I'm a doctor.
No.
I'm a doctor, and I do not like being questioned.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, it's your show. You are the one who went to 18th century medicine school or 19th century medicine school. So I guess I'll let you put whatever kind of crazy circus situation you want in me. Now,
Okay,
can I ask you
thank
a real
you.
Can I ask you a real question real quick? These circus performers and tiny elephants and stuff, are they just fleas?
Some of them are fleas.
Are they all fleas? Are you cutting me open and putting fleas inside of me?
There is a percentage of fleas. Yes.
Okay.
There is a flea circus aspect to this.
Now, are the fleas going to eat my guts and stuff, and people are going to come in and they're going to basically be watching rancid organs get consumed by bugs?
Well,
through this
eventually, but that's going to happen to all of us. You need to just
Yeah.
stop worrying.
Okay.
I'm going to give you some medicine for your anxiety as well. You worry too much.
tube. Now, what is this? Is the medicine you say chopping one of my arms off with an axe, and then I don't know, turning it into one of those things where you hit a pallet with a hammer, and it rings a bell?
No.
Is that what you're going to do?
Nope. Nice guess, though.
Okay.
You
Yep.
should be a doctor someday.
What are you going to do?
Oh, I'm just going to give you some pills and a puppy.
Pills and a puppy?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that sounds great.
And
Okay.
scene.
And scene. Oh, all right. What have you done to me, Dr. Possum?
Well, I was looking for something, and I went too far.
What did you do? I don't have any skin, Dr. Possum.
It's true, I did scalp your entire body.
I've been flayed.
You've been flayed. Now let me explain before
I
you
came
try
in here for a sinus infection.
Well, I couldn't find that booger. So I had to take your skin off, you know?
It doesn't look like you got anywhere near my head, even. You just took all of my skin off of all of my body.
Sometimes when you lose something, and in this case a booger,
Okay.
you gotta start from scratch and say, all right, let's clear the table and just look everywhere. You know, like if you lose your keys in your
Okay.
house, you gotta pull up the carpet. You gotta move all the furniture. You gotta find the keys.
Okay. Now that does make sense to me. All of that makes a lot of that sort of philosophically makes sense to me. I'm having a hard time digesting it because I'm in a lot of pain. Just the air hurts me right now.
That'll pass. That'll pass.
Oh, will it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Will it pass that anytime any of my joints move at all, it hurts really bad?
We'll give you something for the pain, you coward.
Okay.
Now, the good news is I found that little booger.
Where was it?
It was on your shirt.
Oh. Okay.
It was in the pile that your skin is also in that pile with your clothes. And I just, oh, silly me, I looked at that shirt and I said, there's that booger.
Hey now, Dr. Possum,
Yeah.
are you poking my pancreas with a pencil right now?
I'm merely pointing out that this is where your pancreas is.
That hurts really bad. Could you stop doing that?
I can flip it around and use the eraser side. Would that be better?
I doubt it. I doubt it so much.
The thing is, I think I should leave it here because if I move it, it's gonna hurt.
Right. Okay.
You want me to try to put your skin back on?
Oh, that would be great if you could do that. Can you do that nowadays?
I've never tried it, but it kind of seems like it can only go on one way. I'm going to start with the nipples.
Okay.
I'll line up the nipples, and then I'll just tape you together in the back.
Oh, that would be great.
Oh, yes.
That would be so great. I would also love it. Do you happen to know where you might have placed my wiener and balls?
Your wiener and balls.
Yeah. Do you know where you might have placed them?
I can't find them.
Oh.
I'm going to have to take out your organs and see if maybe I can find them, because I got to start from scratch.
Ouch. Okay, well, I have to pee really bad. Can you start with my bladder? Because I don't have a wiener to pee with right
I'll
now.
take that bladder out. You don't have to pee again. How about that?
That sounds like we're starting to check off actual problems and not contributing more problems.
Well, you said you had to pee. You ain't got no wiener.
Yeah.
We got to take that bladder.
Yeah, we do.
It's mine now.
Okay.
I'm going to put it with my voodoo stuff.
All right. You're a really good doctor.
I know.
All right. What are you doing here, Mr. Possum?
Oh, these are fun time babies.
Dr. Possum, I'm sorry. I misstated your title.
If you ever call me Mr. Possum in front of my fun time babies again, I will have you disbarred.
And these are your fun time babies. What do you intend to do with your fun time babies?
Good question. I spend a lot of my day pulling skin off of people and doing dark stuff. I like to come into this room with these fun time babies with their oversized glasses, and I just giggle with glee.
Yeah.
And it really just renewed my sense of this is why I became a doctor.
So they're basically like a pair of parakeets or something that you got in a little cage.
Yeah.
And they just sort of mess with each other and they hang on this little pole.
They have fun.
And do you shine that light on them ever?
When they're bad.
Oh, the light. Does the light hurt the little babies?
They don't like it.
Okay. They don't like the light. That's why they've got big sunglasses on.
Well, yeah, you ever been to a bar and then they turn on the lights at about closing time?
Yeah. Closing time.
They don't like it. The patrons don't like it, and the fun time babies don't like a bright light.
Okay.
They like the dark.
So they just... So you have a pair of babies that you keep in the dark.
At least
as
two.
Pets. Now, do you think if you took them out of the dark, you think they would get accustomed to that and like maybe grow up and live a normal life? Do you think that would be possible?
Yeah, but would they live a fun life?
Are you saying it's fun to live in the dark?
Are you telling me you see these babies, don't you, nurse?
I do. I'm not a nurse. I'm an abstract observer now.
Oh, you're a little guy.
Yeah, I'm just here to quit. I'm sort of like the show's. I'm like the eyes through which the behavior of Dr. Possum is viewed from this point forward in the show.
I don't think anyone could dispute that these are fun time babies. Look at them.
Okay.
I don't like you questioning my office.
Okay.
And you can get the hell out.
I'm going to call Child Protective Services just to make sure if they don't dispute that these babies are a good time, fun time babies or whatever. I think you'll be totally in the clear.
These babies
that's what
are
they're for.
Cared for like they was my own pouch things.
Uh-huh.
I keep them in here. I put sunglasses on them. I give them their food. I clean their poop.
Yeah.
All I ask is if they're fun. And this is a good deal we struck.
Uh-huh.
You get the hell out of here, you asshole head bubble.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, I'm just gonna make sure. I'm gonna contact the state, make sure that they're okay with what you're doing here. A doctor having a few babies as playthings seems a little suspicious to me.
Yeah,
Just gotta say.
you seem like a nerd.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Get.
All right. Never mind about the whole calling the cops on the babies or whatever, because you're right. That is what a nerd would.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Now, just checking back in with you, Dr. Possum. You seem to be doing weird stuff with kids again, and I'm just wondering, what are you doing here? What are you doing now?
Well, this is a supercomputer.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's powered by children.
Powered by children.
They get in feet first.
Uh-huh. And the computer consumes the children.
Doesn't consume it. Uses them like batteries.
Okay. So it just wears them out, takes their energy.
Do you see a pillow underneath that girl's head?
Yeah, they do have pillows.
They get all the sleep they want.
Okay. So it's like the Matrix. Their body energy is harvested.
Except there ain't no asshole Neo trying to wake them up.
Oh,
Neo's
so he's
an asshole.
He's the asshole to you.
He's an asshole. These babies are trying to sleep, and he's like, wake up! Wake up, we got a party to go to underground. I'm gonna unplug you and ruin your day. Even though you was having a tight VR time.
Yeah. So are these kids in a tight
asshole.
VR world and Neo keeps waking them up?
Oh, there's no VR, they just sleep.
They just sleep all the time.
Yeah, they're sweet little babies. They're little computer babies.
How long have they been in the computer?
About 7 years.
7 years? Now, again, what are they powering for 7 years?
This is our office computer.
Okay.
This is how we keep track of appointments.
So this is so you can play solitaire and stuff on your break.
See the little guy on the bottom?
Yeah.
He powers solitaire.
Okay. He's been sleeping in a big tube for 7 years so that you can play solitaire.
Yes, it's important to keep me sharp with my cards.
That's true. Yeah, you do want to keep that brain sharp, so it's good to play a nice game like that.
Yeah. He knows. I've talked to him about it. He's like, Miss Dr. Possum, how you doing on solitaire today? You know? I'm like,
saddest goddamn shit I've ever heard.
And I'm like, I'm doing pretty good, Bobby. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then I give him his little slop.
Yeah, he gets a little slop.
Yeah.
And it's food and drink all in the same thing in slop, right?
Yeah, it's just.
They don't get a slushy every now and again, or like a lick-em pop or whatever. They don't get popsicles.
Lick-em pops, you dumbass. Give them cavities. These are my computer babies. They don't eat sugar. They eat protein and slop.
They eat. Okay, that's smart. That's
I
smart.
know.
All right, they can't watch. They don't watch TV or anything.
It rots their brains.
Yeah, that's true.
The only entertainment they have is they ask me questions about my solitaire.
Uh-huh.
And I say, like, well, I started out pretty good, and then, I isolated that king,
Yeah.
and then I really just started bringing them in.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, oh, tell me again. Tell me how you put all those cards away in order. That's their entertainment.
That's the only entertainment they know in the 7 years of their lives that they've been in this computer powering it.
Stories about me playing solitaire.
It's just you playing solitaire.
Yeah.
Wow. Imagine what kind of mythology they have between them. Like when you're not here and they talk to each other, they've probably got stories about the king and the jack and the ace and stuff. They're probably like an interesting cultural experiment. If these kids were ever to escape from this computer, some lady would write a book about the computer kids and their solitaire world that they created in their minds. And what it's like when they actually escape out into regular society and they find out it's not kings and jacks and twos and eights of spades and stuff.
I guess, as long as I'm in their book and they describe me as a god.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
I think they probably do think that you're a god. But
Yes.
they might change their mind if you ever let them stand up.
Well, I'm a capricious god.
Well, that's true. You're capricious either way.
Yeah.
All right. Toot toot, Tony Berulio is here in the chat.
Toot toot, Tony.
Toot toot, good to see you tonight. And we're moving on to the next scene. We're right in the middle of the premiere episode of Dr. Possum. Now, Dr. Possum.
Yes, sir.
What is it that you're pouring into this poor patient's nose?
Thank you for visiting, Doctor.
I'm holding this man's head in place.
Yes, you're going to need to because he doesn't like this stuff I'm putting in his nose.
Yeah, and as I asked, what is it?
What is it?
Yeah.
Well,
You seem hesitant to answer my very direct question.
I'm just nervous. I don't like being evaluated by the head doctor.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think straight when I'm under pressure.
Yeah, I'm from the corporate office. I'm one of the corporate doctors that manages your funding.
And let me explain something.
Oh, you're going to explain something to me
Yes.
from the corporate office.
Yeah, let me explain this procedure.
Yes.
This man here that you're holding down,
Uh-huh.
he won't eat.
Okay.
Okay?
Is he on a hunger strike?
He just won't eat his lunch. I've been watching him every day.
Uh-huh.
He works here in the office. He won't eat his lunch. So
Yeah.
I sedated him, and I got this bowl. I inserted a tube up his nose. The tube leads to his food bowl in his body.
Okay. All right.
This is
Time out.
oats.
Time out.
Yes,
Time out.
yes,
All right.
sir.
So his food bowl in his body. Do you mean his stomach?
Yes.
Okay. You called it a food bowl?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
It leads to his inner food bowl.
Now, you've been observing. So you're the chief doctor over here in this wing of the hospital, and you spend most of your day observing whether this like OR guy, like whether he is eating his lunch or not.
I can't help but notice.
Okay. So you just what's his lunchtime routine then? So he goes in, he sits down with his tray in the break room, and
Yeah, and he takes a couple bites, and then
okay,
he talks on the phone.
He does take a couple. So he is taking a couple bites of
And
his
I
lunch.
see him throwing away all this food.
Oh, okay. And he's just wasting some of the food, in your opinion.
And he's sleeping. And I think that it's because he's not eating enough food.
Okay.
So I'm going to knock him out and put some oats in his body.
I see. So this guy is not finishing his lunches, and you're force feeding him oats
Yes,
now.
sir.
And you've also knocked him out on the clock, so he's punched in.
That's an easy day at work, you know.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm just wondering, as a representative from the corporate office here at the hospital, is this the best use of our time and oats? We don't have a lot of oats right now.
I know well of the oat shortage, but I think that what you're going to see is when this feller wakes up, he's going to say, my God, my belly is full. I'm ready to get to work. And you're going to see this office start cranking out all sorts of good paperwork.
Cranking out good paper. Now, were you guys behind on paperwork?
Oh, my, it's his fault.
So so you guys have plenty of oats, not enough paperwork, and you're just sort of writing that incorrect balance right now.
Yeah.
By force feeding oats through this guy's nose.
I'm going to fix this man.
Okay.
You just watch. This is what medicine was made for.
Did you speak to the man before you knocked him out about him needing to eat more?
Speak to him?
Yeah. Did you just say, hey, let's, I
did
know,
say that.
Maybe. You did say, hey,
Yeah.
Probably to distract him right before you knocked him out, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. All right.
It was like that scene from The Abyss.
Yeah, you like through your voice. You went, hey!
Hey!
Like, over
And he
there.
turned around and I punched him.
Sure. Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like everything's going normal and fine over here. I'm going to head back to corporate office, tell them everything's good and that we need more oats.
Did you finish your lunch?
Yes.
All of it?
I'm
going to check the trash can. Marcus!
I saw someone else throwing lunch very similar to mine in the trash can. I will say that.
Marcus, check this man's food bowl and check the garbage.
Now, not my food bowl. Don't look at my food bowl.
Oh, I'm going to get that food bowl camera and see what's going on in there. And if you didn't finish your lunch, I'm going to make sure that you get oats put in through your nose.
Well, joke's
I'm
on
Dr.
you.
Possum.
Joke's on you because I love getting oats through my nose.
Well, you're in for a fucking treat, son.
And seen.
Ow!
Dr. Possum,
Yes, sir.
may I ask what you're doing right now?
You're a curious little floating head, ain't you?
I sure am.
Well, I'm spraying this man's dirty old butt. He was admitted with a dirty butt.
He got admitted to the facility here for a dirty butt.
Yes, it was chronic.
Wow.
So I hooked up the hoses and I said, don't look at me. And then I hosed his butt. Pretty simple, really, pretty cut and dry.
Why don't you want him looking at you while you clean his butt? What you don't want to see? You're afraid he might enjoy it, and you don't want to see that in his eyes.
No, I just need a little bit of clinical distance.
You don't want to see his humanity as you want to see him simply as a dirty butt, not as a human.
I need to thoroughly see him as a dirty butt.
Uh-huh.
So that, because if I see his face, I'm going to get distracted. I need to make sure that I get all of the things out of his butt.
Now, here's a question I have about cleaning this guy's butt.
Yeah.
Do you think him standing like that, perfectly erect, with his buttocks clenched a bit, is the best way to clean a guy's butt?
This is what I told him. I said, you need to relax. I can't get in there.
Yeah.
He just keeps clenching and I keep turning up the water pressure.
Is it okay? So you're turning up the water pressure to try to get him to relax.
Well, just, if you force enough water over there, it's going to kind of ease in through the cracks.
Okay. So because he's so tense, you're turning up the water pressure so that you can get a little bit more water into that crack.
You ever hosed off a porch?
No, I haven't. I have a very dirty porch.
Well, then I can't relate to you.
Yeah.
Because I love a hose off a porch.
You seem very good at hosing stuff off. Much better than me. Though I will say, I would maybe turn the water pressure a little down, and I would tell that guy to maybe, I don't know, give you a little wink, a little spread and a wink. That's what I would tell that guy to do.
Well, you're clearly not a doctor, because if you put this kind of water pressure on somebody's open anus...
Well, that's why I would turn down the water pressure also. Like, it looks painful. It looks like a painful amount of water going on that guy's tuchus.
This is like a Niagara bidet.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to have this sprayed right on somebody's opus.
Okay. So, he's in a defensive posture because he's in pain. Well, clenching his buttocks because he does not want that on his exposed butthole.
Let me tell you what, your empathy is your greatest weakness.
Okay.
I've
been told that. I've been told that a lot.
Is clenching because he's a coward.
But you just said if he wasn't clenching, it would be... you just said I wouldn't want that kind of water pressure on my exposed beehole.
You dumbass. I don't want him bending over and spreading that cheek and getting that water in the opus. I'm just saying if he relaxed a little bit, this water would kind of make his butt cheeks go back and forth and it would get it thoroughly clean with it clenched. Why am I explaining this to you? You don't get it. You don't want to get it. Get out of my hospital. I'm Dr. Possum.
All right.
Beat your feet.
Yeah, I love the idea that you think the butt cheeks are like the arms of a car wash or something. That if they move, that if you can get them moving back and forth enough,
I think if
they're gonna clean the butt on their own. I like that.
Haven't you ever seen butt cheeks in slow motion footage?
Well,
much
yes.
like a car wash.
I've seen butt cheeks in slow motion footage, Dr. Possum, many times.
I want you out of my hospital.
Okay, I'm getting out of here. Toot toot.
All right, now, what we have here is
What?
a little belly problem.
Yeah, what's wrong, Dr. Possum? What's wrong with my belly?
It's too sexy.
Oh, well, what can we do about that, Dr. Possum?
I'm going to give you oats and butter through your nose.
Oh.
And then you're going to get a little chubby tum-tum, and then I'll know that you're not sexy enough anymore, and then we'll set you free in the wild.
Now, what's not sexy about a chubby tum-tum? Lots of people like a chubby tum-tum.
Not from oats and butter. You'll give you the wrong kind of chubby tum-tum. That's what I'm aiming to give you.
Like a taut butter-filled, oat-filled tum-tum?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Instead of like a sexy, curvaceous, round tum-tum? It's going to look like a sack of oats, like a taut sack of oats?
Yes.
That's what you're going to do to
That's what we're going to do.
Okay.
You came in here complaining about your sexy belly, and I'm here to fix it, and I look at your belly aching about something else.
Yeah.
Let me guess, you don't like oats.
No. I don't like sacks of oats either. I don't think I'd like looking down and seeing a sack of oats. Can I just leave?
Yeah, absolutely. Get out of my face and out of my hospital. Okay. I'm Dr. Possum. All right now.
Dr. Possum, can I ask what you're doing down there in my bustle?
Well, okay. This is one of our more regular treatments we do here at the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
We do things old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
You came in, you're quite hysterical.
Yeah. Well, you know,
so
my team did just win the national championship.
I'm going to have to administer an orgasm to you.
Oh, okay.
You're
Fair enough.
You're going to have one orgasm.
Okay. I'm into that. I've never had one. I've heard they're great.
Well, I don't like you raising your voice. You need to calm down.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay. I'll only speak at this volume from now on.
I've got a medical device that we use to give orgasms.
Oh, what's that?
It's a corn dog. We call it the corn dog. turkey.
Oh, thank you so much, doctor. I feel so much better now.
You're welcome.
Oh, wow. So that's an orgasm.
That's an orgasm.
Wow. Okay. And normally after an orgasm, will I normally feel like I have a bunch of like just shredded fried cornmeal stuck up my snatch? Will I just feel like that from now on?
Yes, ma'am. Completely normal.
Completely normal, like
will
greasy, like cornmeal chunks just stuck up there.
Yes, you'll pass that when you urinate. I understand female.
Well, you're the doctor. You are the doctor, so you would know.
Yeah.
If that's how that works.
Entirely normal. Now, you may find that squirrels and rats are a little more interested in sitting on your lap.
Well, they're already pretty interested. They already run up my legs all the time.
Now, I can't explain that. That was your life before you came in.
Uh-huh.
But I will say now, it's because of the crumbs in your vagina. That's why they want to sit on your lap.
Okay.
Also, you've had an orgasm, so they're you got some chill energy, which attracts squirrels and rats. Now get out of my office.
One of the great tenets of modern medicine is that a chill energy attracts squirrels and rats. And more wisdom to come next week, or the next time we do this show. Dr. Possum.
Get out of my hospital.
Toot toot.
Toot toot.
All right. How was that? Now, what is Tony Berulio doing in our chat right now? What's going on here with Tony Berulio?
He's upset.
He seems like he needs a corn dogism.
He does. He's hysterical. He's
Hysterical up in the chat. He's saying, "Don't call me Tony. Call me Tony Berulio."
Okay, Tony Berulio.
Okay, Tony Berulio. Hey, Mr. Possum!
Oh, hey, Big Al.
I heard you encountered a leprechaun this week.
Well, I sure did.
It's summertime. It's leprechaun time. The time of year we associate with leprechauns.
Yeah.
And so you encountered one, I understand.
Yeah, well, there's some word around town. This little guy was flitting around my block.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what you have to do is you have to corner him and you have to kill him brutally in order to get gold and treasure. So I made plans.
Wait, you have to kill a leprechaun brutally?
Yes.
To get the gold?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you just ask him. Like,
Ask
hey,
him.
Where's the gold?
Shit. You telling me that's how you're gonna carry it?
What?
That's how you're gonna carry it? You're gonna say, can I have some gold? And he's gonna be like, sure. You dumb.
Okay.
You gotta brutally kill him.
You gotta brutally kill him. You
Yeah.
can't, like, surprise kill him. You can't, like, to the back of the head.
No, you can't. So I saw this leprechaun and I saw him run up a tree. So I go to get I don't know what to do first. I need to get my implements. I need to get my stuff so I can go kill him.
Now, what are your implements that you've got for killing?
Oh, I didn't know where to start. So I got a mallet. I got a hockey stick. I got a bunch of stuff. I didn't know how he was.
Did you get a chain?
Got a chain.
Okay. All right. That's
So
smart.
I got him treed.
Oh, cool.
I got him treed. I'm like, I just gotta kill him now.
Yeah.
And my phone rings.
Oh, doesn't that always happen?
Ain't that a bitch?
You know, I do miss the old halcyon days of you being able to tree somebody and murder them without your dang phone ringing.
Right.
Okay.
So I said,
Continue.
leprechaun, hang on just a second.
Yeah,
excuse me. So I said, hello, and it's Susie Q. She's on the highway. Her darn truck done pooped out. She's on the highway, and there's just cars whizzing by her, and she says, oh, Possum, you're my best friend. I don't know who else to call.
Susie needs to get herself a new truck.
I've been telling Susie you need to get a new truck.
We've been saying that for weeks.
And she said, I don't know who else to call. I'm in a real pickle here.
Yeah.
Could you come pick me up in your truck? I said, well, Susie, it's a really bad time. I've got a leprechaun treat, and I got to kill him to get some treasure. Call somebody else. Boop, hung up.
Hung up on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I mean, she probably is not going to take that super well.
Well,
Susie's a little fickle.
I got a hateful text.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it said something like we aren't friends anymore. I don't know. I was busy with this leprechaun.
Yikes.
So I take a couple steps towards this leprechaun. I'm like, here it comes. Phone rings again.
Oh, come on.
It's Terry Travis.
Now, you know I love Terry Travis.
Well, he's in jail.
Okay.
Terry Travis, of all people, he's a good man.
Yeah.
Terry Travis is a good man.
I agree with that.
I said, Terry, what the hell did you do? What'd you do to get in jail?
Uh-huh.
And he says, well, there's the feller down at the beach, and he had this barrel of Earl, and he was pouring it over a duck's head. So I lost my temper, and I walloped that guy. And they threw me in jail. Ain't that unjust?
He walloped a guy who was trying to pollute with oil, and they threw him in jail.
He was trying to directly pollute a duck. He was going to pour that Earl right on that duck's head. Now, why?
Terry Travis sounds like a hero in that scenario to me.
Yeah.
He's saving a duck.
He says, Possum, you're the only phone number that I can remember as you're my one phone call, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Terry, you've got me in a real bad time here. I'm about to kill this leprechaun I treat. Now, good day.
Yeah.
Good day, Terry. Thank you for the thing he did, but no.
Yeah, also think of all the good you can do for the ducks of the world if you get that money from that leprechaun.
True, I didn't think about that, but yeah. So
Maybe you should have said that to Terry Travis.
It would have helped.
Because he might be pretty mad to you.
Oh, I believe he's pretty steamed.
Uh-huh.
You know. So I take a couple steps towards this leprechaun. I'm doing this with my fist.
Yeah, you're getting ready. You're getting ready to take him out.
I'm making you a knuckle sandwich on toast.
Yeah.
So I get close. Goddamn phone rings again. Again. With the phone.
Third time.
And
That's enough to make it a story.
It's my best friend Randy. Oh. And he says he's all crying and scared. He says, Mr. Possum, I'm tied to a chair. I've been kidnapped. I somehow got a hold of a phone while my kidnappers was both taking dumps at the same time.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. And I'm desperate. I'm scared. I need somebody to come rescue me. I need somebody to help me out here.
Well, that's a desperate situation right there. Who knows what those kidnappers are going to do to him?
And like I said to him, I said, I'm a coward. I'm busy. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying. I got this leprechaun. I've got treasure to seek.
Yeah.
I can't be helping you out.
And you got to kill the leprechaun to get the treasure, which again would allow you maybe to help, what's his name out? Randy out later.
I could give him some money maybe.
So did you hang up on Randy?
Well, I hung up on him, and he called me right back, and he said, you son of a bitch, you ain't no friend at all. I said, well, I guess we aren't. I gotta go kill this leprechaun, son.
That's fair. I think that's fair. You didn't help him out. It sounds like maybe the most desperate situation of his life, and you didn't help him out.
I guess you could paint it that way if you wanted to, Rembrandt.
If I want to spin it that way.
Yeah. So I immediately took this phone, I threw it on the ground, I said, no more phone calls.
Right.
And I started throwing rocks at this leprechaun until he fell out. And I slapped him, and I slapped him, and I slapped him to death.
You slapped the leprechaun to death, Mr. Possum.
Yes.
Huh.
But before he finally died, he was looking up at me with that old red slapped face.
Right. And this is where he tells you where the treasure is.
I said, where's that treasure?
Yeah.
You little slappy. And he says, oh, but you've had the treasure all along.
What?
Yes.
What's that mean?
He says the true treasure is the bonds that you've made with all the friendships and stuff that you've made. Toot toot. Oh, yes. What a tale.
Ah, that's funny. That's very funny. That's like a Tales from the Crypt episode.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great one. All right, we're going to go to a break, folks. When we return, we have a very special guest tonight. Another good doctor. Although, I guess this is a bad doctor. We have a bad doctor with us tonight. Although, I guess you could also argue that Mr. Possum is a pretty bad doctor.
You could definitely make that argument.
Yeah. Also, a little bit does a lot of body shaming also for a modern doctor. So, yeah, we're gonna check in with the dogs. We're gonna see what the dogs are up to, and then after that, we have our good friend and maniacal villain, Dr. Professor Corrupto, here on the show. So, toot toot, everybody, please stick around.
Toot toot.
Toot toot. Toot toot, we are back with Dr. Professor Corrupto. Let me hear it.
Is he gonna box somebody?
Greetings, gentlemen.
Hey, how's it going, Dr. Professor Corrupto?
Well, you know, it's going all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, just all right.
Well, yeah.
All right.
Just got back from New Mexico.
All right. How are your arms?
They're sunburnt.
They're not tired.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Are they tired?
Yes.
That's New Mexico.
That's New Mexico. It'll make your arms tired, folks.
Heck yeah.
All right.
You got him.
Yep. Got him. Now, how do I get out of this?
So,
mode?
would
There
you
we go.
describe yourself as a villain?
Super villain, to be precise.
Oh.
You're a supervillain,
Yes.
huh?
Yeah.
So what's the difference between a villain and a
Well,
supervillain?
a super villain sells groceries as well as all the home goods.
Oh,
It's like a
toot
super
toot.
target.
Mm-hmm.
I see what
That's
he
pretty
did.
good. That's
I
pretty
like
good.
that quite a
Toot
bit.
toot. I wasn't listening at all, but it sounds like somebody made a joke. So, you're on a reality show, right?
Yeah, I was on a reality show.
You've got your own reality show.
Yeah, it was called Hench Hunt.
Uh-huh.
It was like The Bachelorette, but I was trying to find that one special someone to be my henchman.
So you're the Bachelorette in this scenario.
Yes.
You were the Bachelorette.
Yes.
Uh-huh. And how'd that go for you? Did you get it? Did you get a special someone?
Not well.
Did you get married?
No.
Did you get married at the end of it?
Well, no. It didn't work out. Imagine if on The Bachelorette, the Bachelor killed all the other bachelors and then became the Bachelorette. That's pretty much what happened.
Oh. That's horrific.
Killed all the other bachelors and became the Bachelorette
Yes.
themselves.
It's a hell of an origin story. I gotta hand it to him.
Yeah, I don't understand how that works. I don't even understand how that works. But people can find out for themselves if they tune into your reality show, right? Yeah, they did film it, and they edited it, and they put it out, right?
It's
out.
there. Yeah.
So it kind of doesn't even matter what happened if the art is made. Do you know what I mean, Mr. Possum? It's like this show. It doesn't matter what happens betwixt you and me. It's the fact that it goes out into the world and people are entertained by it.
That's right. We just keep plopping and they.
That's what I'm always saying. It doesn't matter how I treat you or whether I get paid more than you, any of those things. Like, none of that stuff matters. What matters is that it goes out into the world and that people are entertained by it and they have a good time. So that's what you found, right?
You guys get paid?
I don't.
Well, I mean, like I said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even kind of matter. So did you not get paid for Hench Hunt?
Well, they said it was an exposure.
Oh, yeah, they love doing that, don't they? Oh boy, they love slinging that exposure.
And they
around.
made me wear a really small bathing suit. So
That does sound like exposure.
Yeah.
You got him.
Yeah, toot toot.
So let me ask you. I need a little part-time job. I wouldn't mind becoming a henchman. I have some skills, but first, I'd like to kind of interview you to see what kind of a boss you'd be.
All right.
That's interesting.
What kind of work would I be doing?
Just some light henching to begin with, just to,
Like roughing up old ladies?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like one of those fake marketing jobs you get on Craigslist. Take you to another town about an hour and a half away so you can't back out of it, and then we just go door to door.
Yeah.
Doing petty crime.
Okay.
Or it's almost like one of those salesman jobs where you start out real small.
Yeah.
Right. Where you like sell it to your family or
They
something.
tell you, yeah.
So what would you say your greatest weakness is?
My greatest weakness is being stabbed in the back.
Oh.
Literally.
Now are you interviewing him
I flipped it.
now? You flipped it on him.
This
It's a
is
power
good. This
move.
is a power move.
now he okay. So now you respect him.
I like the cut of his jib, yeah.
And now
like my jib?
you think that maybe you'd be a good henchman for him.
No.
Right?
I'm still
Is that
wanting
what's
to work
happening,
for
right?
him. I don't want to do all the top boss
Oh,
jobs.
yeah, no.
Oh, he doesn't want to
It's a
be. He
nightmare.
doesn't want to be a boss. Don't want to be
Yeah.
a boss, huh?
I just want to be the kind of fella that, I'm kind of like a mild irritation for a Batman. I'm kind of like a minor, somebody to kick aside.
Why are you looking so hard for an analogy here when that's exactly what you are on this show with me?
You think you're Batman?
I'm Batman, and you're like you're not quite a Robin. You're like a little backup Robin.
You
See-
believe this shit?
That's what
You're
you
clearly
are.
ketchup and mustard man.
You work for me, you get to be the guy in the satin jacket with the boombox who follows me around.
Ooh, I like that.
We play Prince music.
And I get hit with a batarang and I just kind of go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Why not? So, it looks like Tony Barulio, it looks like he shared episode 1 of Hench Hunt. Or no, Robot Beard did. What am I doing? Their names are the same color. That's what threw me off here. But Robot Beard shared the first episode. There's a YouTube link there in the chat of the first episode of Hench Hunt. Go ahead and just bookmark that to watch that later. Don't watch it now, because right now we're going to be doing some fun, entertaining stuff here. Don't go somewhere else.
You can go somewhere else if you want.
No, you can't.
I don't care. I don't give a shit.
How long is it? It's like 11 minutes, that first episode. Should we just sit here and wait 11 minutes for the chat to watch that?
We can sit here.
We'll just sit here and wait. You guys all watch that for the next 11 minutes, and we'll just chill. I could probably go get some more wet. It'd be good.
What's,
Can I get you a drink?
can-
Can I get you a drink,
Sure.
Professor Corrupto?
Yeah.
what's the biggest caper that you've ever been proud of pulling off?
Oh, that's a good
That's
question.
an interesting question. I would say it was probably one time I stole the water from the fountain in front of the local art museum.
Ooh.
Wow.
And so it's just all dry.
That's right, yes.
Did you
Did
replace
dust
it with,
come out? Sorry.
Like, did you replace it with something else, or was it just like, hey, the fountain isn't working?
It was
you were
just
like,
it was a howling wind.
That's excellent. That's the kind of caper I could help with. I like that.
Now, is generally, do your heists end with, do they end with you saying something in that Vincent Price has said in your voice that is very similar to Vincent Price? Does that always happen?
Yes. Sometimes I just say that the caper was a real thriller.
yeah.
The
I
caper
see.
of 10,000 years.
Yes, the bunk of
A
40,000 years.
million ghouls.
yeah. So all your capers will end with something like a million ghouls.
If you're
I get it.
looking for the missing feet, call my nephew Jamie.
It's Jody.
Good night, SES Andrew. Toot toot. Let's see. Here we go. It looks like Junkus is in the chat, which
What?
is very crazy. This is a huge reveal. This is the return of Junkus to the stream.
Oh, I'm familiar with Junkus.
Oh, are you? Do you know Junkus?
Yeah, he kind of dabbles in villainy.
I knew it.
That's huge. That's
Got a
no.
double life.
Okay, that's messed up because he is one of the most self-righteous piles of trash I've ever met. He tries to act like he's the I don't know, Like he's the friendliest, most harmless thing out there. If he's dabbling in villainry,
I mean, minor villainry.
minor villain, like what kind of stuff?
Well, he's a scofflaw.
Yeah,
You know,
I'd love to hear that. I'd love to hear that.
You know those public service announcements they play at the beginning of movies that say
Yes.
you wouldn't steal a car?
Yeah.
He just scoffs right at them.
Now those are public service. Those aren't like those don't those aren't directly paid for by the industry that's
Well,
trying
yeah,
to get you to
that's
stop
the public.
stealing movies.
Yeah, well, that's part of the public, as I understand it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair
Hollywood.
enough. Fair enough. Hollywood is a public service.
I think you might be thinking of Trashy. Trashy's a bad boy.
Yeah. But Trashy's cool. That's the difference. If Junkus is doing villainry, it's very like sinister. Whereas Trashy, he's got such a playful villainry to him. Have you seen him do like all his murders and stuff on his channel?
I've seen him do some.
Oh, it's great stuff.
Yeah,
it's great stuff. Every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Although he did reveal Junkus will be back.
You remember how that song goes in that commercial for the DVD pirates? It was like,
It's like- You wouldn't download a pizza.
I would totally.
I would certainly download a pizza. That's actually what I call it when I eat them.
You wouldn't kickbox a taco. It's all like stuff like that.
It should all just be stuff that's
It's
like
just
you clearly
words.
would do. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't take a bite out of a delicious pizza, would you?
Yeah, if I could download a purse, I totally would.
Yeah.
You wouldn't download a purse and get away with it, would you?
You wouldn't accept a raise.
You wouldn't kiss your wife on the mouth on her anniversary.
I wish they were all that.
Pooping on company time is stealing.
About that, so I'm still interested in working for you, but
Yeah.
I don't get a ton of regard or respect. A lot of my employers take advantage of me. Will I get my breaks? Will I get my 2 5-minute breaks a day like I'm entitled?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good question.
However, it is a hazardous working environment.
What kind of hazards?
Well, I've just put myself into escrow on a new lair, and without
Nice.
giving away the location, I will say
The address?
there's a fair amount of magma.
Oh, well. Okay. Now, magma's the stuff you can touch, right?
Well,
Lava's
I
the
mean,
problem.
no one's stopping you from touching anything.
Perfect.
Now, your
There's
new,
not exactly guardrails in this lair.
now your new magma layer. I have a question. Did it happen to cost you $1 million? Your magma layer?
Listen, these are a lot of
Do you-
broad tropes of villains.
Do you have
going for a
Do you
thing
happen to
here.
have maybe like sharks with freaking laser beams on them in your new magma layer?
Guff alert!
Oh,
Guff,
What? Who's giving guff?
you.
Oh, what?
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 You giving Guff.
Oh, I'm just having a good time.
It's Guff.
I'm just having fun with
It's
Dr. Professor Corrupto.
Guff!
I
It's
don't
Guff.
know. He said magma in a way that reminded me of a
You
different
remind
villain.
me of an E.T. turd.
By the way, I just want to say I got your latest HR complaint, and you know damn well that the time that I'm talking counts as your 5-minute break. You know damn well.
See, I need a new boss. He's my boss, and I don't like him.
Yeah, I am your boss, and you're my little
No,
sidekick.
we offer
That's the dynamic.
very competitive packages.
You got a package for me?
Yes, they're competitive.
Now look here.
They're cardboard boxes, and then we cut holes for turtles' legs, and then we make them compete.
Oh, I love that.
Very competitive packages.
Turtle races?
They don't race. They compete to the death.
Oh, they fight?
Well, they just kind of bump into each other.
Oh.
Do they have like freaking laser beams on them?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Okay,
have
they do
laser
have
beams.
freaking laser beams on them. Okay, cool. I love that. I love to hear that.
So I'd like to pass the ball back to you. You can begin interviewing me now. I am applying to become a henchman.
God, is he bossy or what, right?
He knows he's negotiating from a position of power now.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Well, Mr. Possum, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Dead.
That's a good guess. That's a really good guess.
Dead for sure.
That's good to know. I'll, take that into consideration when we take out an insurance policy on you.
It's cheap.
I would imagine.
I die a lot. That's actually my special skill.
Now,
I can die whenever I want.
Now, do you get paid out for that every time?
Well, yeah, that's the tightest thing I do, so I
Like you
would
can just
be expected.
pick up some term life insurance and cash it in.
Oh, well, see, no, I get like
I do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
No.
kind of my running scheme. That's my primary source of income is I take out life insurance policies on Mr. Possum.
I think that's the only.
And then
reason he's friends with me.
every time he dies, every time he dies, I get a little scratch, and I take the wife out to eat. That's my whole life right now. I want to thank Dilius for contributing 500 bits to the chat. I think to call me the sidekick, that's great. That's funny. It's very, very good burn that you have paid for, Dilius.
I wish that
just
was-
a reminder that all that money goes to me, none of it to Mr. Possum.
That's
So.
true. I have other skills
Mm-hmm.
for henchmen.
Frenchmen's?
Yes, I'd like to be.
They're a skill.
I'd like to hunt French hunts. I'd like to hunt Frenchmen. So I'd look. French hunt is what I'd like to do.
Do you want to start over and maybe say that in a way where it makes sense?
What? I don't think made perfect sense. I would like to be on a show called French Hunt where I hunt Frenchmen. That's what
There
I
you
said.
go.
That's what I said.
That's exactly the right way you should have
That's
said it.
exactly the way I said it the first time, you dumbass.
Nah, I disagree.
you-
Jaded Wombat, thank you for the cheer. 200 bits.
I can see stink lines.
Said that it's for Possum only. Well, I appreciate that so much. As Possum's legal guardian, I will be putting it into the bank for myself.
He's got to count it for me. He
Yeah.
says I'll get it.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that Big Al has got potential to be a henchman?
I don't really want to be a henchman.
Ooh, that's a good bad boy attitude. Don't you want that?
I hate henchmen.
I see him as more of an anti-hero type.
Yeah. I'm like the guy who the villain kills my girlfriend, and then I don't care who I slaughter on my way back to him.
Kind of like a Hancock.
I'm like a
Starring
I'm
Will
a
Smith.
Hancock. All right. I guess I'll take that. He's powerful, right?
Yeah, he's kind of a hobo.
What a hobo?
Yeah, he was like a flying hobo.
Was he a hobo, Hancock, in that movie?
Yeah.
Did he? I thought he had a home.
Well, the Earth was his home.
Like any
Okay.
hobo.
All right. Well, I relate to that. I feel that applies to me as well. The Earth is my home.
He's a homeless bobo. He's a hobo.
Yeah.
So you didn't tell me you don't want to go work for this guy? You want to
Dr. Professor Corrupto?
You don't want to be, rough up an old lady and take her purse and get chased by Batman? That doesn't sound like a fun evening.
I don't know. How much does it pay, Dr. Professor Corrupto?
Well-
What do you offer?
Well, we split the loot.
The loot.
Yeah,
You split the loot.
we split the loot.
Okay.
I get 50%, and then it's equal shares amongst all the henches.
Okay. Now we work for Amazon, so we get free loot.
Oh.
It's one of the
Oh,
perks.
so you already work for a villain.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
guy's been chomping my flavor. I don't know if you've noticed.
He really has. Yes, Possum and I also do technically work for a bald supervillain.
Your dick. Toot toot.
Toot toot!
Toot toot.
We all work in service of my bald dick. All right.
I got you.
Robot Beard says Howl is too similar to the Clodhopper anyway. I really disagree with that.
Oh boy.
That's an insult, isn't it?
I don't know. I've seen the Clodhopper's balls.
Have you seen mine?
Well, I heard that they're in charge.
Yeah.
Balls in charge of house life and out days.
Yeah.
Balls in charge.
Yeah.
Let's just say I've tripped on them on the stairs more than once.
Oh.
Okay? Let's just say that.
Why were they on the stairs? Somebody leave them out like toys?
Yeah. My wife rides them around like roller skates, and then she leaves them on the stairs for
like
me
the
to trip
pogo
down
balls.
the stairs. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, exactly. All right, Tony Berulio, of course, giving us the old flot toot that we love here on the show. That classic flot toot.
Love a flat too.
It's one of my favorite catchphrase expressions that we have here. Don Romney gifted a tier 1 sub to Tony Berulio. That is so great. That is so great. I'm glad I'm going to have that little guy kicking around all the time. I'm glad that he's definitely of age to be watching this show.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, no, totally fine.
Look the other way, Bezos.
Yeah. Miss Delia says, Flot Toot is my dad. That's, of course, the classic response when someone says Flot Toot. On French Hunt, when you go to hunt a Frenchman,
Zootalaire.
they're running around going Zootalaire, and you go Flot Toot, and then if they're not a Frenchman, they know to respond Flot Toot is my dad.
Yeah.
And then you know not to shoot him square in the
Shibboleth.
square between the eyes.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a big old net that I catch the Frenchman in.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I'm going to blast ZZ Top.
Yeah.
And it's going to be mocking the Frenchman because I'm going to be like, oh. Like, making it like a Frenchman thing, but it's also ZZ Top, which is tight.
It's good. Yeah, you could have a.
How is that? How is that not one of Jungus's bits right there?
I think that is one of his.
Is it?
I'm pretty
is
sure
it
it
stolen
is.
from him?
They didn't do the Frenchman part. He did the sad ZZ Top part.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The ZZ Top thing. Right. Okay. Well, Junkus, thank you for contributing that little bit of writing. You'll get a credit at the end of the show.
Nobody knows what the hell you're talking about right now, you jackass.
Junkus does, and he's in the chat. He's like 1/16 of the chat right now. I think it's fine to talk to specific people.
How many people are in here?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Count them.
It's riveting.
Yeah, let's just check out. Ooh, baby! Man, did we get raided, or are we just having too good of a time?
We got raided again.
We have so many people joining us in the chat
This
tonight.
is worth my time. Boo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah. So, what do you guys want? So, should we? Have you decided whether Possum just started 3 different sentences, and it's fine.
What?
Have you decided if Possum is your henchman now?
I mean, he's willing to go through the tryouts if he wants.
What kind of things are going to happen in the tryouts?
Well, there's a written exam,
Oh.
and there's a physical,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a 3-week boot camp where we teach you all of our sales techniques, the foot in the door, the hard sell, the please, lady, I have children at home, they're starving.
Now, are you just leaning in to hear that a little more clearly? Or are you falling asleep?
No,
are you
God,
bored?
He's died.
Have you died?
He's dead.
It's hard to tell. It's super creepy with the thing he's got with his eyes. You see that his eyes didn't even close?
Well, yeah, that
Hey.
that is
God, that's creepy.
that's primo.
God, that is creepy.
Just a dead.
But if he's dead, you can have his chair. Do you want his chair?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, just dump him over there.
I'm
behind
back.
that. Oh, there he is.
Ooh, how long was I out? Did I die?
You died there for a minute.
Did anyone check my pulse?
No, we were just gonna throw you over in the corner and let him take your chair. But if you're back, Possum's back, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else.
I don't like when you don't check my pulse. I need you to respect my corpse.
I don't know where you check a possum's pulse. I don't know where you check that.
It's the same on anybody's body. It's in poke my eyeball. See if I'm alive.
Poke your eyeball.
Yeah.
That's how you check your pulse. Okay. All
You're a
right.
coward. You wouldn't dare poke my eyeball.
I'm scared of it. I am scared of it. All right. So Don Romney's here, toot toot. He says, check his pulse on his big fleshy tail. You got blood streaming through that tail?
Oh,
That
yeah.
creeps me out.
It's
about
healthy
rats.
and pink, of course. I bet
Yeah.
if you squeeze that thing, it'd be like a Flintstone injury. It'd be like womp, womp, womp.
Yeah, probably.
Like a big throbbing cartoon toe.
Yes. That's
like
my
a
tail
big
pulse.
throbbing cartoon toe.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Should we play a game now? Before we play a game, let's just tell everybody one more time that they need to go watch. How many parts are there to Hench Hunt?
I think there's 5 parts.
5 episodes that you can watch for free on YouTube. Fantastic entertainment. I watched a few of them today and got each time it tried to redirect me to a Steven Crowder video at the end of it.
Who's that?
Who knows what's going on over there on YouTube? But great job there. Instead of being like, hey, you're clearly watching a series. How about something about hate speech or some crap? Change my mind. Coming up after each episode of Hench Hunt. Anyway, so that's the kind of villainry that you're facing nowadays,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's putting me out of business.
You're like an old-fashioned type of
Yeah.
villain where you're actually doing like little schemes and crimes and stuff. And then you got these websites doing this broad-scale political villainry out there.
Yeah, what happened to just a good old-fashioned death ray?
Yeah. What happened to that?
I want to destroy people's arguments with death rays.
Yeah.
Do you think it hurts to be killed by a death ray? Like, if I wanted to kill a leprechaun brutally, do you think a death ray would do it, or should I slap him to death?
I think the death ray is just just death.
You're just over.
Oh.
It's like a light switch.
Yeah.
Are you trying to hurt the leprechaun?
Yeah, I need him to suffer a little
Well,
bit.
I'd suggest a sugar ray.
Sugar ray.
Dude, get a sugar ray. All right, so Hench Hunt, 5 episodes on YouTube. You gotta find each one individually and click on it, because otherwise it's gonna at the end of it it's gonna redirect you to some crap that you do not want to see, because it's YouTube.
I think whoever set up that YouTube didn't know to make it into a playlist. That's probably.
That might be what it is.
Basically signed over all of my rights for that. I don't have any control over.
You don't have any. You're not a producer.
They gave me the villain edit, which is ironic considering.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be the villain.
Right. That's ironic.
Yeah.
Huh. Let's see. Your New Bad Life says my next autoplay suggestion for Hench Hunt is the Species TV series.
Ooh, that's that horny lady alien.
Yeah. But she can't be too horny if it's the TV series. She's way more horny in the film.
Well, she was plenty horny on the TV show.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear.
This is the first time hearing about any of this.
There's a horny show on television. It's called
Oh.
Species.
Well, they're making them horny now?
Yeah.
How horny is Hench Hunt, if someone were to watch that? Is it pretty horny?
It's about a 3.
A 3 out of 10
Yeah.
for horny?
Yeah.
That's safe.
That's like American spicy.
It's like if you were say you were one of the people on the show and then you showed it to your children and you might say, oh, I forgot that joke was in there.
I forgot that one joke.
Yeah.
Or like that one guy, Claude Hopper's entire ass is in this shot.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Mostly it's just violent, right? There's a lot of violence.
There's violence. There's some cursing.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mature themes.
ooh.
Sure. Junkus Trashpile says it's got a hot jacuzzi scene.
Yes, it does.
Junkus somehow knows what's hot and what's not.
I've never
apparently.
met a jacuzzi that wasn't hot, Junkus. They're all hot, bubbly.
That's true. Jaded Wombat says 3 out of 10. That's just enough for me. That's a good boy. That's a good boy there, Jaded. It's a good boy. It only takes a 3 out of 10 to get him going.
If you had me
Or maybe
on the
that's
show,
worse.
it would have been at least 6 out of 10 horny.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's the Possum promise. You have Possum on stuff, he makes it twice as horny.
I will double your horniness
Yeah.
because of the pleasure. Double the pleasure.
Now,
Like double mint gum.
Yeah.
so if you double the horniness,
Uh-huh.
what happens if you're over 5 out of 10? Like, what if we say we could somehow superimpose you into Purple Rain?
Uh-huh.
That's like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
What happens then? You get an 18 out of 10?
Listen, this guy's diabolical. He's playing. That's like probably the moon blows up. Probably.
I'm just trying to imagine what an 18 out of 10 horny purple rain would look like.
I'll describe it to you.
Okay.
Oh boy.
There's a scene where Prince is humping the stage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's doing that hump.
Uh-huh.
I superimpose myself under him. And I'm laying there going, oh, do it to me, Prince. And now, is that not twice as horny?
Yeah, he's got it.
Do it to me. I'm so ready for this.
Now, is this... I
So
feel
Prince
like,
fucks an animal in
figured
this
out-
version.
Have you figured out a theme for what your what your whole oeuvre would be if you were a henchman? 'Cause I think you're onto something here.
Well, I
Good
can't-
question. Good question for our guest tonight, Possum.
Thank you, Hal. Well, I do look a little bit too much like one of your other fellers, that clodhopper guy. I need to switch up my stuff. I can't have this farm guy, because these are just clothes I stole from a scarecrow. I'm not
Yep.
attached to these. I don't care.
Well, what if you're called the Scarecrow? What if that's your
Ooh,
character?
can I be the scarecrow?
Well, I was going to offer you this satin jacket with my picture on the back.
Oh, well.
That also goes back to the Prince thing.
Do I get to keep my fingerless gloves?
Oh, absolutely.
Tight. Okay,
So this is more like a Batman,
Yeah.
like the Joker's
Well,
hench guys have those satin jackets with that.
I respect the copyright laws. This is just spitballing.
Okay,
sure.
all right.
Now, will I get to have a mohawk?
Actually, I'd prefer it if you had Lyle's hair from Ernest Goes to Jail.
Oh, yes. So like a big frohawk.
Yeah, it's kind of like a...
I love that. I look like a Nickelodeon exclamation point.
fingerless gloves. Fu Manchu.
Oh, I love that. Now, and deep down, he's a softie.
Can
Yeah.
he still be called the Scarecrow for no reason?
I mean,
All I ask is that
Hey,
he's called the Scarecrow.
Sometimes he just kind of flashes a linoleum knife at you
Yeah.
to let you know.
ooh, what if they called me the Scarefro? Because we can call that haircut the Scarefro.
Yeah, that.
And
Now
ev-
we're really onto something.
We really are. And what I love the most is people's final moments when they encounter this henchman is going to be wondering why the possum, why the Scarecrow is also a big animal that is a possum.
Right. They're like, why didn't they call him something that relates to his
Yeah.
animalness? I'm the Scarefro.
Yeah. Scarecrow.
I like that. It kind of robs all meaning of their final moments there.
Oh, I love
They
to
just
do
say,
that.
it doesn't make sense. And then they're gone.
Like, it don't need to make sense. You're my victim.